Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Up Here. I'm your host, Lindsay Palas. Join with me today in my glam room, if you're watching this on YouTube. She is a celebrity hairstylist, a local good Samaritan. She is a comedian. You can catch her at the Witty Titties, and you can check out her podcast, Blonde Highlights. This is one of my besties, Kyle Hennessey.
Hello.
Woo! I feel like I did that intro better.
So much better.
Thank you. That was a trial, the other one.
I'm such an LA cliche. I have like, there's like 10 different careers listed.
Wait, but can I be honest? Doesn't everyone have 10 careers now? Like, I was scrolling the other day on Instagram and I saw that Glenn Powell is selling ketchup.
Oh, that makes sense.
And also, like, no shade, but like, it really does speak to celebrity nowadays where like everybody has a side hustle. Everybody has a hustle. I was watching, I think it was Amy Poehler's podcast when they're like, remember when celebrities used to start like a nonprofit and now they're like selling ketchup, you know?
Yes.
So I think this is the LA way to have a million jobs.
It really is. And I think it's like security, just knowing that, you know, there's a lot of income sources coming from different directions.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
What's the deal with the ships?
The ships. Okay, yes. So
Kyle knows a lot of stuff.
I know a lot of things about a lot of stuff, but not a lot. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Yes, if that makes any sense. No, so I think like the ships are just kind of like, there's no ships coming into port. Because like the two biggest ports in the West Coast are the Port of Los Angeles and the port in Seattle. And there's like no ships there. And there's like no, like, what are those things called? Containers. Yeah. There's like no shipping containers. There's just like nothing coming in. So like there's some economists saying that like in 3 weeks the shelves are going to be empty and it's going to be savagery. But
wait, I love how it's phrased, like the shelves.
Yeah.
Like the shelves. Like the shelves are going to be empty. Like, what?
It's like back to the first week of the pandemic, the shelves.
Yeah, just the shelves. And it's like very vague. It's like, you mean toilet paper? Do you mean food? You just mean like everything? What is the shelves? It kind of reminds me of the jab, how people say the jab.
Oh, yeah.
I think it added like dramatic effect. I'd be like, did you take the jab?
The jab.
And I was like, damn, but whenever I like got a cortisol shot, no one ever called it the jab. It's cute. But I like that. I like that America can be like kind of dramatic.
Very dramatic. Because the thing is like nothing could happen in like 3 weeks and we would be like, oh, well, that was weird.
Or everything can happen. Did you hear about the blackout though that happened in Spain?
I did hear
about this. While we're covering world topics? I
did hear about this.
This was kind of intense, but everyone seemed chill from the videos that I saw. Yeah. But apparently there was like I guess an electricity blackout. No phones, the trains were pulled over.
No, see, this happened in the U.S. years ago, and you probably don't remember this because you were in Louisiana. But
we have electricity.
No, we have electricity in Louisiana. No. So this happened. It was a blackout, and it was part of Canada, New York City, and part of like that upper northeast of the U.S. and parts of Canada. The power grid went completely down, and it was like, for like almost a week. This is in like 2008, I feel like, or 2007 or somewhere around there. And it was like kind of catastrophic. Like it was kind of worst case scenario. And the power was fully out in like New York City and all these places, in Chicago. And I was in college at the time, or I was in high school, I can't remember.
What did everyone do? What did people eat when the electricity went out?
Like, it was just, I don't remember what we did. Obviously I ate, but like, I don't know. I mean, we probably had like, it's not like we like ate the dog or something. I don't know. But I don't know.
Josh, cover your ears. Josh is back there.
We survived. You know what I mean? I don't know how. I don't know how we survived, but I guess we had like canned foods or something. I don't know, or fire.
Yeah.
We were cooking out. We were camping basically in our houses.
And I've never lit a match. I'm like terrified.
Yeah.
So I'd be bad at that. I do like when people don't like. I don't like it, but every time people talk about the apocalypse, they're like, get used to eating beans. And I'm like, red beans and rice are my favorite food. I can honestly survive with red beans and like Tony's seasoning. That works for me.
The little Tony's?
Yeah, just Tony's and red beans and rice. I'd be like, this is great. I'm having the time of my life.
I'm very stocked up on rice and beans and potatoes. And this was a whole other side quest. I just got like caught in my head one day and I was like, I need supplies.
Yeah.
And so I went to like literally Smart and Final and just like, which is like a bulk store, and I just went crazy one day, and it was just like I was in a panic, but no one else was in a panic. Like I was like, you guys don't know. And like
the shelves.
The shelves.
If it's not the shelves, it's the power grid. It's a lot out here.
Nothing was happening. And so I'm already stocked up. But I got my garden going. I'm growing food.
Oh, I forgot to mention your gardening.
Yeah.
Kyle's an amazing gardener.
Yeah, she runs a farm here.
Yeah, in LA. Like, I feel like I need to add more to my hobby list.
I don't know. I mean,
aspiring guitar. I'm an aspiring beginner guitar player.
Yes.
I'm aspiring to be like an amateur.
Well, it's still aspiring.
Yeah, it's still aspiring. I do know my cowboy chords. But anyway, we just thought we'd check in. It's been a long time, no podcast. My life has been insane. There are people dying. I mean, dead ass. There are people dying. There are catastrophes happening. Life has just been crazy lately. And I'm just kind of like, I hope I'm finally getting my footing in May, but it's been a lot. I don't know. This is the problem with not having the routine. We were talking about this earlier, but we don't have a 9 to 5. We don't have kind of like those more traditional jobs. And so it's really hard to like get my footing on a routine here. It
is really difficult to do that. Like,
yeah.
It really is. And when you don't have that, it can be like everything gets thrown off. I was just saying, you should send Tosh to like preschool or something.
Dude, if I send Tosh, he would make sure that I paid the price for that.
Oh, yeah.
Tosh likes to make sure that I pay the price for leaving him. He likes to make sure I pay the price for not paying attention to him. Like, he has trained me, and not the other way around. So, yeah, I keep school. But life has been crazy. I do sometimes fantasize about suburbia, though, like living there. I spent a lot of time in Louisiana the last 6 months. And at first I thought it was kind of attractive to be there. I was like, ooh, people are off their phone. Everyone's having fun still, like outside, and the restaurants taste so good. And then I remembered some of the reasons why I left.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ooh, there was a lot of like really backwards way of thinking. Not in the fun way, in like the scary eye.
Yeah.
And I had to get out of there. But I think there's something like about where you're from. Sometimes it wants to claw you back. Like, it just energetically.
Yeah, I felt that. Like, I'm from a very small country town, and like, I feel like I could just like, there's a part of me who really wants to go and like spend some time there, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I just, like, I don't know. But then you're there for like a week, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this is why I left.
Yeah, I felt like I was in quicksand. Like, I was like, I had to tell myself, like, you live in LA, you're a model, you have like, you need to get up, like, don't. But the other part of me was like, no, everything's fried here. I was like, I've been drunk for 4 days. Like, this is fucking tight. I'm like, I don't have to spend a lot of money to live in this place. Like, there's a lot of things I was attracted to.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite thing is just like porch sitting.
What is it?
Porch sitting.
Porch sitting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you hang out with your friend, you're on the front porch just having a drink, and you're like, did you hear about Shyla?
It's so fun. And you can like listen to the radio and be entertained.
Yes.
I do really like that.
Yeah.
I like yeah, that's some of the best of the South. So what other world events we have? Well, I don't even know. I'm like, should I catch everyone up on my personal life? Should I catch everyone up on world events? The Antichrist. Kyle was telling me earlier, I just heard her phone being like something about Antichrist, and she goes, I think they found the Antichrist. I was like, who is that? What is an Antichrist?
Okay, so the Antichrist is like, well, one is also biblical, like from the Bible or whatever, but also like like Nostradamus, like that guy who like not theorizes, but he's like
or an ethicist or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But like him, and then there was this other like spiritual lady, like Dolores Cannon, who like would like channel Nostradamus, and there was this whole thing about the Antichrist coming, and then they determined that he would be born in a certain place at this year and all this kind of stuff, and like, and there's this whole like kind of code to like who the Antichrist could be.
Oh.
But this guy, and it just stumbled upon this because I was looking up something about Beyonce's tour, and then it popped up on the TikTok. So it was on TikTok, so it's 100% factual. But it popped up in the search bar, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I clicked on it, and then it was this guy, and he held like a press conference, and he was just like, I'm the Antichrist.
I'm sorry, but what is the role of the Antichrist?
Well, I mean, I think it just depends on your beliefs, but like the Antichrist is supposed to like, he's supposed to like kind of just be like a gnarly person, like not gnarly, not that's bad, but like people will say like maybe Hitler or that guy was like one of them or something.
It's a really
or,
heinous individual.
It depends on if you want the biblical version or like this other kind of version.
This is the question though. I'm sorry if this is offensive to anyone talking about. But like, would the Antichrist say he's an Antichrist? Or would he just do Antichrist behavior?
He's supposed to come in like sheep's clothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to think that he is godly, and we were thinking
probably has a mega church.
Yes, we are supposed to think that he is an amazing person.
Yeah.
When in reality, he's the Antichrist.
That is honestly like a lot of my ex-boyfriends, to be honest. Like some of them really do have Antichrist tendencies. Mm-hmm. Like they start out so nice, and it is a joke. Like they are not. That's why girls get tricked all the time, and no one talks about it. Okay, well everyone's talking about it now, but
yes,
yeah, I feel like I've dated a lot of Antichrists. It's true.
The one kind of looked like this guy in the video.
Oh, but he look. Can you show me his photo?
It kind of looks like what Jesus would look like.
Oh,
a little bit. He has a nice ombre. Like he has good hair color. It's really giving. Here, let's pull this up right now. Hold on here. This guy.
Successor of the Comforter Ahmed, successor of Simon Peter.
Oh my God!
See him.
This is just post. Like TikTok slop. He's so not.
Is that AI or is that real?
See, and there's that part. That's probably just AI. Wait, can I ask you about what you think about AI?
I think AI is really scary because, like, how do we know what's real and what's not real at all? Like,
my body has been photoshopped on Elizabeth Olsen's head for like 7 years. And it goes viral every time. And that has been my experience with artificial intelligence. My body has been on other people's heads. Sometimes my head's been on other people's bodies. But yeah, I just had to make that about me.
No, but that's a worry. You know what I mean? Because what if someone does an AI of you, and then this AI gets on the internet and it's just like saying the most heinous, crazy stuff, and then
of course,
and then you just get on the internet like it was an AI, it wasn't me, and everyone's like, okay, sure.
That'd be an amazing alibi. So that is good. So if someone did do anything bad, as a PR person, I'd be like, oh, can we lie about it? But yeah, the AI stuff is getting freaky, and people hiring. I hear a lot lately that people are hiring bots to like smear their competitors or like smear their exes or whatever. Mm-hmm. I am not like. I think that should be illegal.
Yeah,
like manipulating public perception via bots and stuff seems like it should be super illegal. Why are we arguing about silly shit in politics? Like, why are we not talking about this stuff?
It's scary. It really is, because it's like, this is like, our human brains aren't smart enough to comprehend like what is going on with all this stuff. Like, I feel like there's always room for technological advancements, but like, is this too far? Do we need to go back to the woods?
100%. I always thought I would turn out to be one of those ladies who was like anti-computer, anti-AI. Like, I want to fight the robots.
Yeah.
I've always felt this about myself. Because one day I imagine that will be what conservative people are. Conservative people will be like people who want to conserve humanity before robotic integration. That's always been kind of my like theory.
Oh my God.
And I feel like I'll be a part of that, and I will not be progressive about like integrating with technology. And I think it'll be life and death of natural causes will be a main focal point. Yeah, and then there's just two other things, but I already figured out the principles of the future anti-AI conservative party that I made up in my head.
But it's interesting because Elon is conservative, but he's also like doing the AI stuff in like electric cars and stuff.
That's why I think the meaning of conservative and progressive will change.
Switch.
And yeah, I think it will flip in this strange way. Like it will mean something totally different than what it means. That's always been my theory.
Oh my God, we're gonna be like old. Like,
yeah, we'll be the people who are like, no, screw, like, throw away your robots. Get off your iPad.
Get that robot off my property.
Yeah. I don't want to hear a stinking robot. Wait, but do you have any friends who are like, what's it called? Like, you know how there are a lot of people right now who are befriending their AI chat people on their phone? Or like, I shouldn't say chat people, but people who are like, what is that?
Okay, I have a pet peeve about ChatGPT. I think, like, I'm like, it's not, I don't like her. Like, I don't know, like sometimes I like to, sometimes with AI kind of stuff is kind of nice. Like, you can give it a good description, certain things. But, like, okay, this is a running joke on my podcast because my podcast partner loves to, like, kind of and I get it. Like, she kind of, like, formulates a lot of her ideas for stuff, like, and can put it out in a way into the AI, and it can, like, generate in a way that's, like, really good at describing what she's thinking.
Yeah.
but it drives me freaking nuts. And so I give her shit about the ChatGPT thing all the time on the podcast. But, and I get it, but I'm also just like, it's so annoying to me. I don't know. I don't like her.
I have 3 friends who I know are like constantly talking to their ChatGPT thing, whatever. And my theory is that none of those people are like, they would, and I mean this with kindness, but I feel like they would be more challenged to write emails.
Okay.
Like, not that they can't write an email, but they would be like kind of unsure about the format of the email. They would like probably go back and forth a lot, like ask opinions of it. And
okay, yeah.
And I feel like if you're good at writing emails, you might not be prone to ChatGPT. That's my theory.
Yeah.
That's just like if you had to just make a guess of who likes it and who doesn't.
Yeah. Now, if we were going to go back to like college and they were like send an email in like MLM format or whatever, or APA or whatever it is, I would have to go to ChatGPT.
Yeah, I don't even remember any of that.
No.
No one cares about any of that.
Correct format, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they do.
No, but I feel like I'm not the best at sending emails.
Then my theory doesn't work. I just think, like, what could I ask AI that I cannot Google?
See?
And, like, is it too hard for me to prepare a list or, like, what else is it doing?
That's the thing.
But you see, people are in there, like, talking about their relationships, though.
Oh, see, no, I don't like that stuff. Like, I think that's weird. Like, we don't need to tell them everything. They don't need to know everything.
And to me, I still think, like, the human brain is more capable. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, why the fuck ask a computer what my brain machine? Why am I asking the dumber machine? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because my machine has human experience. My machine has a personality. My machine has nuance. My machine knows more about the recipient or my future plans or, like, all these intricacies of what it needs. Why would I ask the dumber machine?
And I feel like the AI stuff tends to lead towards, like, answers you want to hear.
Yeah.
Versus 100% factual. Like, it'll lead to it kind of figures out what you want to hear, and it kind of tells you what you want to hear.
Ew.
And I also, like, when I edit my podcast, I use an AI program sometimes to kind of pick out certain things. But I always have to go back through and listen to it all the way because as smart as the AI is, it's really dumb. Do you know what I mean? Like, it has, like, brain smarts, but not common sense smarts.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, humanity is, like, nuanced, and it'll never have the wisdom of experience, I think. Exactly. I think the wisdom of human experience is, like, the biggest indicator of intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've never lived it, how would you talk about it?
Exactly.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm a hater. What else do we have to talk about? So I have 10 minutes on this thing before it goes down.
Well, we talked about the Antichrist.
This is very impromptu.
Yes.
But I like it. Do you watch Love on the Spectrum?
I've seen clips, but I haven't watched it.
Kyle, it is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yes.
You have to watch it. I've been watching. Did you watch Severance?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch Severance.
No. I haven't turned my TV on in, like, a while.
I have to watch TV.
I see things in TikTok clips.
I hate the fact that I'm kind of doing that too. My TikToks though, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I like to watch videos where people fart. I think it's hilarious. Mm-hmm. I like videos. My favorite kind of video is when someone is dressed in a big, crazy, like, character costume to go to a kid's party. And they fall. Or they mess up entirely and they scare the shit out of the kids. And they, like, totally ruin the party. Because I'm already laughing at how dumb the costume is. Mm-hmm. And then, like, the kids are terrified. They think it's, like, Godzilla. And they're just, like, running about. And the person looks so stupid. Like, that's kind of my favorite niche, like, Lindsay's favorite thing to see on the internet.
I need to find a video. I gotta call my mom and find this for you. This happened to me when I was a kid. Okay, so I was obsessed with Barney.
Oh, I love Barney.
I was a Barney.
I met Barney. I tell everyone that.
Okay, well, I met Barney too.
Oh.
So basically, like, my parents, like, hire Barney to come for my birthday. Okay. And Barney couldn't fit in a van, so Barney rode on the top of the van holding on to the racks, okay?
I would already be crying.
Yeah, so then Barney gets off the top of the minivan and starts running towards me.
No.
And then I just run. And I'm like, and I run as fast as I can into the house. No. But, like, my parents' house is, like, kind of built into, like, the side of a mountain, so, like, there's different levels, and, like, the door from, like, it's, like, the basement's lower than the driveway. It's a log story. Anyways, Barney's chasing me. I run through the door. Barney runs through the door. Head gets caught on the top of the door and falls backwards and then rolls. So
I'm actually, like, crying thinking about it because I have, like, a visual. Like, my eyes are, like, gonna water a little. They are watering a little bit. I love to hear that.
And then I just cried in a corner until they made Barney leave.
Oh my God. It's so funny. That actually makes me think, like, maybe for my birthday I should have someone dressed up as a big crazy creature.
100%.
Because I'm getting, like, I'm at this age, and I think a lot of people go through this where they're like, what kind of birthday am I going to have? I'm clearly not a real adult.
Yeah.
Because I don't do, like, any kind of adult things. And I'm like, it hit me. Remember when we were kids and you'd go to the grocery store and they would make you a cake?
Mm-hmm.
But you could do like Power Rangers, you could do like a dolphin cake or like a princess cake. And I'm like, I want to do a shark cake. And I want to have a shark party.
Yeah.
So it's my vision, and I hope that I can get this together. But I'd like to dye my pool red, fill it with fake body parts, and like make it foggy and terrifying and have a shark party.
I think this is like the best idea ever.
Yeah, it's like the best idea ever. And
I just want to like chant and be like, shark party,
shark party, shark party. And then it's like you could imagine the entire. And you know what? My birthday is on the Met Gala day. They could be all dressed up. I could have a shark theme. What is their theme? Wouldn't that be crazy if their theme was something like aquatic? I don't know.
I feel like it's something about, I think it's something about tailoring.
Wait, Met Gala.
I think so.
Don't the theme, aren't they always like kind of confusing and interpretable?
Yeah, exactly.
Met Gala theme.
We need someone to host the own like shark party red carpet entrance. You know what I mean? Like the Met Gala information, but you're getting like the shark outfit.
That would be cute.
Yeah.
Wait, Kyle, that's so cute. I love that idea. Okay, well, we're going to work on that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some time. I'm going to work on that, so hopefully I'll give you that footage. That'd be a cute YouTube.
Yeah.
I want to make all these promises. Like, I'll have a YouTube for you and a podcast again every week, but, like, I have lied incessantly about that.
Yes.
The last 6 months, I swear to God, I hope that all that stuff is done. It just felt like life was just crazy. I don't know.
But sometimes life is crazy and you just got to ride.
You got to, like, it truly is a highway that you got to ride all night long.
Life is.
What did I say? I went to speaking of country music, I was in Nashville last weekend.
Yeah.
I saw a band called Widespread Panic. They're kind of they're called a jam band.
Jam band?
Yeah, they're kind of like the Grateful Dead.
Okay.
They kind of, and what I gathered from a jam band, I think it's like instrumental, and it kind of is like improvisational as well. So it kind of just flows and people just dance the whole time and they get a little weird.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. But Nashville was so cute. Like, it is so clean. And, okay, sorry, I can cut that out. We're back. Yeah, so in Nashville, that's what I was talking about. It's very clean. The buildings are huge. That's what I took from it. This is painful. Okay.
Okay, we're cooking.
Look, she's doing her own audio.
With it now.
She's doing her own audio visual. Oh no!
Oh, we're zooming it.
Oh God.
No, so I mean, I grew up like a little over an hour outside of Columbus, Ohio, and I feel like Nashville and Columbus are probably, Nashville's obviously bigger, but I feel like they're probably a similar kind of vibe because they're newer cities.
Yeah. It was so clean and cute. I'm like, what's the money? Where's the money coming from?
From Reba and Dolly.
Does Reba live there, you think?
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, I'm guessing she probably lives between here and Nashville.
Reba. I saw Reba at the Super Bowl. What else should we cover? What do you think my listeners would want to hear from me after my 6-month hiatus?
Well, what else happened? Because as a friend, I'm like, there's the things that I know, but then like,
like we should talk about like all the crazy like drama and
what drama?
Ex drama.
Oh no! I'm just saying like no.
I have one crazy ex.
No, I'm saying
Have you ever heard of an ex posting photos of you post romantically?
No.
I think, and I can't be sure, but I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that this is a scam. Saving romantic photos on the Instagram, like posting it while they're not looking and archiving it. And then you break up and then they unarchive it to post to use you more. I hate that I had to find out that this was even a possibility, but unfortunately I did, and it is a possibility, and it did happen to me. And if you or a loved one gets posted about, post romantically, dial 55555. He is trash.
He is trash. No, because there is kind of like this thing though that like, if a guy is like dates a really hot girl and they break up. Yes, because then other hot girls are going to be like, something's about him is good because this hot girl dated him. And so there is some of that happens. So sometimes it's like...
Social proof.
Social proof, yes.
This is so common. Yeah, it's so creepy.
It is.
I've also been hearing lately on the street from my friends. I've heard of a couple situations where like the person they're dating is planning the breakup beforehand, and they're planning, they're kind of like planning the takedown before the relationship, like collecting like embarrassing materials or like snooping through their stuff, or like, you know, it would be things like posting the photos of things that the partner doesn't know about. Mm-hmm. I find that so disturbing. Again, call 55555. He is trash. And then the Antichrist will show up. That was good.
Some nice highlights.
Yeah. Yeah, the TikTok Antichrist. Well, do we have anything else we should say? I should probably end it before I...
Yeah, I don't know.
We should do this again, though. One day, when we don't have a whole hair day, we should just actually, like, I'll plan a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll be coming to do your show again, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in a couple weeks, yeah. Because the only thing I think of is just, like, there was, like, Stagecoach, and there was Coachella, and all that kind of stuff.
All that stuff. That's a whole other thing. Glad I didn't go there. I think I'm Coachella'd out.
Yeah.
For a lifetime.
Yeah, I've never gone, but I think I've phased out.
Should Met Gala like Coachella. That'd be hilarious. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for listening. I'm going to try to be better about this, but you know me. I don't know. I'm going to do my best. I love you. Comment, highlight, Twitter me, whatever.
Yes. Bye.
Wait, well tell everyone where to follow you.
Oh, yeah. Kyle Hennessey is my name. So that's like on Instagram and TikTok and all that. And then my podcast is Blonde Highlights Podcast with Chris and Kyle.
I love it.
So that's my name.
Okay. Love ya. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.